do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Oops. Copy. There we go. Oh, that goes. That goes. That goes. And that goes. Do 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 do. Doink.
Doink, you say?
Ah, Jolan True.
Dylan Drew.
I do indeed say doink. What was I doing?
The clown?
Yes. Oh, that's what I was doing. Hey, Frary. Indeed, there's also
Hello,
a bot there.
Frary. What you got going on there, friendo?
I'm just working on leveling up my botanist. Doing some random stuff while we wait for you to join us.
I was expecting you to be running a
I got distracted doing other things.
Speaking of, members of the guild have requested that I go unlock some of the other raids.
So they're not always doing the same.
So that like we can also run the normal raid roulette as well as the alliance raid roulette. Because you've got this thing going on where I've been logging in every morning, doing the roulette train, saying 3 or 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting quite samey. What was I doing, Jordan? I was doing socials.
I suppose by the transitive property, I too must be Vulcan as a motherfucker.
I did I did something quite silly today. Because that was one of the things I got distracted in, is I realized that I haven't been logging in every day to do my Kobayashi Maru.
Yes.
So I'm a bit behind, and I'll probably just end up buying it out so that I'm not coming up on Christmas and
not finishing
finishing the event. I decided that, you know what, instead of just flying in circles, I would have put a follow tag on one of my shipmates, on one of my group mates, and I'll follow them. So that's what I did. Is I just followed one of the I put one of the ships on follow and was like targeting things as we were flying by. And it was quite silly and lazy. Yeah, what are we doing?
We are holding for a moment
I am.
while I get out of this goddamn loading screen.
Oh, yeah.
The best boss.
Loading screen.
Loading
bosses.
screen boss. And I'm going to show you a thing.
So I've discovered that I can dye my Dark Knight armor.
Very good.
I can make some really dope looking. Some dope black and gold.
Where are we headed? Let's.
We were talking to. We need to talk to Alphino, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so let's meet in Ishgard.
Meet in Ishgard.
Well,
All
Alright.
And one of these days, I'm going to make it to Agnostic Noobs stream. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they stream like 11 o'clock at night our time.
Alright, so come here.
I'm
I
her.
want you to scroll in on me. First of all,
Yeah. Ooh, you're a fancy red mage and a fancy
so
outfit.
this is the level 60 Red Mage set, right?
The
The Idleshire gear, the
Got it, okay.
what's it called? The
conservators.
The- well, for this it's the augmented Shire gear, right?
Got it.
But you haven't seen the best bit yet.
Mm-hmm.
Need you to close up on my head and face.
I'm as close as I'm going to get. It's a top hat with a monocle. Now the question is, does the monocle tip out of the way? Not that you would ever want to.
It does not, no. Now, I have been resisting putting on a glam for 5 days. Just so I could show you this hat.
It is the most dapper of hats.
It is a very good hat. Like, even when I'm done with this set, this is going in my glam set. Right?
For future use.
Yeah.
This is the part where we find out that by the time we get to level 70, Bob has decided to go ahead and make his duty portrait so that it's got the top hat and monocle.
But no, I'm now going to actually put a glamour plate on this. So
It's very fancy. I was just curious if the... Oh, that's a fancy set.
So this is from the Alliance raid.
Oh, is that the... Oh, I don't think I've ever
Gear
actually...
from the Alliance raid. The weapon is, I can't remember. I'll be honest with you. Someone walked up to me in Limsa Lominsa and handed it to me.
Rapier of the Round. That sounds like... Well, if someone handed it to you, it's crafted.
Like someone was just like, "Hey, you're a sprout. Have this." I was like, "Can I give you money?" They were like, "If you want." So I did. Gave them like 50 grand or something. When I looked up, whatever it was, I can't remember. But yeah, this is
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's crafted.
these gloves are the Scylla, however you pronounce their name, casting gloves. Gonna look to maybe fill out the rest of the set.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I dig it. I will say, caster sets and the Red Mage specifically have some pretty dope.
Yeah, I am really enjoying Red Mage. Like it's like the combat flow of the dual casting, and then every now and again just zipping in and slicing someone up and backflipping out is just so much fun.
Now, there's a really piratey set that I have for my Red Mage Glam on my. I'm running to the Jeweled Crozier because I want
On your main.
on my main.
Yeah.
Because I like I have the big poofy pants and then this one specific coat because it makes me look and feel like a pirate when I have the Red Mage rapier. All right.
Yeah, I leveled in our roulettes this morning, and I haven't had a chance to go do my level 56 class quest yet.
So I linked an item in our party chat. If you right,
Oh, that's very nice.
yeah,
yeah.
it's a very
I'm not sure about Matataz hanging out though.
no fair.
It's very piratey, I'll give it that, but I quite like that this has that sort of flowy cape nature, but it's still sort of somewhat covered up.
Mm-hmm. What is the
Like eventually, I'll find a glam that I can actually like. I'll want to dye and make it like 3-to-1 colors, but but for now, no. I should look up how much this rapier is worth. Rapier of the round. There aren't any.
very steampunk looking outfit?
Yeah.
Sky Pirate.
What was the name of the 40k looking weapons?
Oh, Dark Knight. They were level 100.
The Archaeo, right? Steamer looking stuff was my favorite floor. Yeah.
No, that's not the right one. That's not the right one.
That's just a straight up Buster sword.
Archaeo. Was it the Archaeo Kingdom? No. Well, what I should do is I should look up the Viper ones, because those are the ones we noticed that were originally... Oh, Krondite Magitech.
Klondike Magitech.
They are level 88.
Kind of pants for a red mage. Oh well. The thing I don't like about some of the red mage weapons is they look more like stun sticks than actual
Rapiers.
rapiers.
Yeah.
They're like thick and not with two C's.
Neo-ish Guardian foil looks like a mini lance. Dwarven
Kind of makes
rapier.
sense, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, should we get on with the plot?
I feel like we've lost it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, a long time ago. Alright, whereabouts are we meeting?
He's up by
Dickhead.
the where we.
Oh, right, he's up in the circle.
Yep.
Oh, right, because last time we thwarted the hostage attempt with the help of Vidofnir, right?
Yeah.
Alright. And the church was exposed to be behind it all and
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Crazy priest who we talked to originally out here, I think.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Tried to Jaime Lannister a child.
I don't know that reference. So, before we go on, we do need to talk about some tea that has happened in the MMO space.
Oh, yes.
Did you read the Warcraft housing announcement
I
that
did.
came out?
I did, and about an hour later, I saw that Zeppelin put out a thing talking about this exact thing we're saying.
All right. So there's. I'm not gonna say that Blizzard are throwing shade, right?
But they are.
But they definitely want some smoke, right? Because there is a line in this announcement that. As part of our focus on wide adoption, we wanted to ensure that housing is available to everyone. If you want a house, you can have a house. No exorbitant requirements or high purchase cost, no lotteries, and no onerous upkeep. And if your subscription lapses, don't worry, your house won't get repossessed. Gee, I wonder who they're talking about.
Yeah. They fired shots.
Shots well and truly fired.
They fired shots so loud that LMFAO had to come running out of into a reunion.
They're fun across their bow, not up it. Fucking dog helmet.
Oh no, their one sentence was very much a hey y'all. we know
Yeah.
we know from whom you all have been clamoring about these housing for, and we see how it works over there.
It's really interesting, right? Because alright. I know I'm only at like 3.1 in the story, but I've been quite exposed to the Final Fantasy XIV fandom over the last like 2 or 3 weeks, right? I've been watching a little bit of Final Fantasy 14 content. I've been watching some stuff on YouTube. I've been watching some opinion pieces. And can I tell you how shocked I am that certain members of the community are dipping so hard on Final Fantasy 14 after what they perceive as one bad expansion.
Yeah.
Compared to people in WoW sitting through like Warlords and Battle for Azeroth, Shadowbringers, Shadowlands, sorry.
It's hard to keep those two straight sometimes in my mind too, because two expansions that came out right on top of each other, with both that start with Shadow.
It's like, oof, you know, like.
I will say I'm having a hard time. Like, I've been playing a lot more here on Zamoshi than I've been playing on Raz, who I consider to be my main character.
Yeah.
Because... Ooh.
It just very interesting to me how I'm watching things and they're like, oh, but there were these really interesting things in Dawntrail that I wasn't allowed to be a part of, and that's not fair. And I'm like, have you played Heavensward?
Yeah. And like, I think that's
one of the three major plot points in this expansion. You don't even have a hand in its resolution. You do nothing. You show up and everything happens around you and Nanamo is suddenly better. The bad guy literally walks up and goes, here's the plot. Like, I'm just saying, like, this isn't new stuff for Final Fantasy 14.
But re-experiencing the older stuff with you via stream and then going and playing the newer stuff.
Yeah.
It is
chalk and cheese.
Yeah, it's even more egregious in some of the in some of the content there, where it's like, hey, you're here. We'll get there when we in like 20 years. But you remember how in Dragonflight one of the side things was which successor to the Black Dragonflight you want to support?
Yeah, I understand the basic plot of Dawntrail, which is some dude's gonna step down and we have to put our support behind a successor, basically.
We're told which successor that is, and then hang on. We're told which successor we're supposed to support.
We don't get to choose which successor.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna love that expansion.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a reason why I've been back playing on this character, doing alt jobs and doing more stuff with this character than I have been with that one.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy IX throwback, when it gets to that point, is there.
I will love that because I love Final Fantasy 9.
But even the Cyberpunk stuff was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Get the fuck out.
I think I've made my feelings about. Here's something weird, right? I want to give a big shout out to. Can't remember if it was Avel or Irissa from RFC.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we were doing high level roulette, and we got a therochemical research facility,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they said that it was their favorite duty. And I was like, really? And I realized that when I'm not absolutely frustrated about the fact that Azizlar came out of nowhere, makes no sense, and absolutely ruins Heavensward, a therochemical research facility is a really nice duty to run.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really fun duty. But like, I see the kind of like the vibe that Dawn Trail is going for in the trailer and in a lot of the gameplay I've seen with like the islands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's this like super technical techno stuff at the end, and I'm like, oh, I'm having flashbacks. Because it almost feels like, and I don't know whether this is true with Storm's Blood and Endwalker and
Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers, but it almost feels to me like there is a non-zero amount of their like, this is how ARR was built, with a big fantasy contingent, and at the end there was a bunch of cyberpunk shit. We need to do that in every expansion.
Yes to Endwalker. No to Shadowbringers. And kind of in Stormblood.
Because I get the
And I always say,
because like, I'll be honest, I haven't done any research into what the actual storyline is, right? But I can't believe they would have spent all the time in ARR's post patches setting up the whole Omega thing if they weren't going to pay off the Omega thing in some way, right?
Right.
And from what I understand, their only opportunity to have done that is Stormblood, because Shadowbringers, you're in another fucking dimension, and Endbringer, you're trying to prevent the end of the world, right? From what I can tell.
yes.
So I get the feeling we're going to be dealing with Omega in Storm's Blood.
I think Omega is the 8-man the 8-man dungeon, like the Alexander we saw come up is the Heaven's Ward version.
Yeah.
Bahamut is...
Speaking of which, will you be mad if I try and unlock those?
No.
Okay, cool.
I just haven't. I just haven't.
Asked when we're doing the roulettes in the morning. Can you do raids yet? I'm gonna try and unlock Alexander and Bahamut over the coming week or whatever.
Yeah, I might try to do Bahamut. I don't think Bahamut is part of the roulette. I think it starts at Alexander and works its way up.
But I want to at least unlock it, right? Because apparently there's some good lore in there. So,
Oh yeah. I think Omega, if I remember correctly, Omega is the
8-man raid.
The 8-man raid for Stormblood. And you only kind of get the cyberpunk type stuff because Garlemald makes its appearance again. Oh,
See, I don't consider Garlemald cyberpunk. Like, that's Magitech to me.
Okay.
And that is an intrinsic part of Final Fantasy. When I'm talking Cyberpunk, I'm talking Alag.
Alag in the Golden City.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't think Alag makes a reappearance except for the Omega
Okay.
stuff. And then there's some Endwalker silliness.
All right. Well, let's carry on, shall we?
Indeed.
Alphino, Stola, Thancred await us.
This has been a day of surprises, has it not? But pity that Vinofnir cannot stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival.
That moment when Bob is not in this cutscene.
Well timed scarcely does it justice, but 1 moment later it would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgarians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Amaric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tartaru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortalt Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tartaru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye.
Will you stop trying to fuck everything, Thancred?
A moment, adventurer. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you?
No, and neither do you. Your eyes are a weird colour. I'm going to say I'm not sure how to put it into words, but... Does that work for you?
That works for me. That's the one I'm choosing. So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his etheric flow has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may longer be able to wield magics.
Need to wield magic. Have you seen this man fight? He's an absolute badass.
A literal ninja. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proof, pray, speak no word of it.
What of you?
Right then, I shall be on my way. Krile may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last?
Yes, Krile. Finally, another Scion I can stand.
Thank you for the flowers. Where are we?
We ended up having to Fortalt Manor's just down here. We ended up doing Shiver today in trial roulette,
Mm-hmm.
and
How many people stopped to try to put the flowers out?
I spent about half the fight on my knees with roses out.
I can only imagine that the new thing is going to be how fast can you get into that emote before the stomp. It used to be dogpile into a spot and try to see which one of you gets lucky enough to get stamped on by Shiva. But now I have a feeling... Alright, Alphino.
You want Artorio?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Pardon me while I go change into paladin.
Blame you.
There is something else I would discuss, Aiden. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zemina.
So I said to him, alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. But once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
A knight lives to serve.
I don't know about this one. I'm just gonna say stay silent, I think.
So I'm curious about what his reply is to you.
Yeah. But then I thought of my brother. A knight lives to serve and to aid those in need, he said. He basically said it for me.
Yeah.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. Should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Urshifa. Will you be a sister to me as well?
Nope.
What?
Come, Amandalene. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
Catch up on Roi.
Oh, got some stuff going on. Huh?
Pray excuse us.
Yeah.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never foresee. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortemps, Heaven's Ward. As goes light, so goes darkness. And this, kids, is why it's important to play games like Dungeons and Dragons, so you understand what the phrase "wheel or woe" means. I will proudly attribute the fact my high SAT scores to the fact that I played Dungeons and Dragons all through middle school and high school. This is thy proof, the Jaren Oracles, Apocrypha.
Taking the money. Alright. Come on, load in. Ah, a character I voice. This is thy proof. Garoon Oracles. Apocrypha.
It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done.
Bo does.
Well,
Everyone's got their orders. Mask for an attack as soon as the units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them.
I fear it will be bloody.
What is that shot? What is that shot?
Fan service.
By Rolga, it had better be.
We cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities.
I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Everyone. Tiny Tim now. I guess they were doing that because she doesn't have a mask on, so you couldn't see her face. But alright, so that was the end of patch 3.1.
Indeed.
What's that?
My Haurchefant toy.
Oh, right, yeah.
So now I can have a little tiny Haurchefant chasing me around.
I've got mid-guards on there. And then I'll find another person to follow me through the next expansion, and then find someone to follow me through the next expansion. Alright, shall we carry on the plot?
Indeed.
Talking to Tataru. as it once was. All right. I'm seeing a promising picture here. There's a certain person in this picture who's been sorely lacking from my life. H-Bow! Tartaru is waiting to share some good tidings and Alpha.
Alphino, I've been looking all over for you. We've received good news regarding Flahamin, Hori Boulder, and Coltonay.
Yes!
Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned that the Scion's good name has been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Laminza. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied upon. Quite. But that is wonderful news, to think that our reunion is close at hand.
Well, let's go solo a dragon. H-Bow's here.
A pleasure to see you too. Alphino. Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. Stop being
We have
obsessed.
And we may have found the answer. Fucking Tartaru's face. Holy shit. Adventurers, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that's true, I see no reason to suspect that it is not. It seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such an intervention, however subtle, surely leaves some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data.
Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. Battleground where the adventurers felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield them from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you, alone? I have proven a net for subterfuge, and confident that there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while patrols pass. In other words, she's a halfling. I'm going to shove her into holes.
You know that she's the actual competent one here, right?
Correct.
Like, he's gonna be like, let me at him.
Besides, if you and the adventurers come along, who will see to Flahamin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well. I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tartaru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Laminzan docks?
Hell yeah, dude. Banana bread at work, dude? Hell yeah.
Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels.
And since we're going to Limsa Laminza, an Aetheroid tour.
Indeed.
So for the first time ever, I have 3 control bars now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. 1 for normal, 1 for control, and 1 for shift.
Zero Zeus. Setsuna Rogue.
See if this lady here knows.
Angel Meat.
Nameless Queen. Cast away.
Touch. Wait.
Touch grass.
But the person
Go
behind
outside and touch grass.
Hey, Doc Tonberry.
Earlier, Doc Tomberry was talking to Doc Tomberry.
Cough. Multi-box. Cedric Redfield.
Vicky sucks. Ego. Okay. Is Jenna Marie, who has been here dancing for about a week and a half. There's a guy here called Kindly Depressed. Sorry, Kinda Depressed. Hot Pot Combo. That's another cool name.
Sechaquatch.
Yeah, Centric Watch. Got Walker.
Cinnamon Buns.
Yeah, Cinnamon Buns is a known one.
And, in fact, did not notice, is in fact Buns.
Yes, is a bun.
Deeply appreciative when
Alright, where are we supposed to act? Oh, we're actually going in the right direction.
we are in fact heading in the right direction. Surprise!
Hello. Talking to Flaharman.
Would rather speak to H. Bull and Coltonay. But I guess
Oh.
Flahaman would do.
Adventurers, how have you been? Come here and let me have a good look at you. Thanks for 12. One hears the strangest tales of foreign lands. Worried about you every day. Would have sent word sooner. Braves afforded us no opportunity. And they fell upon us in the market. It was all we could do to escape. Tartaru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel.
It pained us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we, Coltonay? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn. We did.
Would have sent word earlier, sooner. But we knew not whom to trust. Vast distance. Those dark days are behind us at last. Shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. Yeah, about that. She's missing. How could you let this happen? Give me. I'm sure you're doing everything in your power to find her.
Are we?
As Thancred must be. He wants to fuck her. Watched over her from the first, long before me. Watch over her to the last.
Foreshadowing.
Bring her safe return. Busy myself in the meantime. With certainty there is much more to be done. Graves of bloody dust. Path remain. Should not be swayed.
Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah!
My game's crashed.
Uh-oh.
Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones.
Well done, sir. Ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. Let's try not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? What to do as Minfilia described to me. I don't think you favoured me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time enjoy the
This is neither the time nor the place.
Also heterochromatic now.
Never noticed that. Or is it the light shining weirdly in his eyes?
Maybe.
Oh, he's had the bandage over his eye this whole time.
Yeah.
I see now where Balfour was. Minfilia is dear to me. It is
do we have?
Then from Phineas, let us pray that these vestiges of Haldan's intervention will lead us to
We get a 2-3 minute break.
Indeed, we can.
Awesome. I'll be right back.
Do, 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 do. Oh. Shoulder. Ooh. It's actually pretty dope. What's the other kind of purple I have? Iris purple. Kolbari pink. Grape purple's kind of cool. Oh, sunset orange is really nice too. Turquoise green. That's a dope color.
Sorry about that, friend. Amy came home
No worries.
to take care of a few things.
I'm just poking at dies on my armor. That's a pretty cool combination.
Should we off the Revenant's Toll?
We shall.
Setting up teleport.
Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. Mountain Dew.
Do 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 do. Mountain do do
Do
do
do do do. Mountain Dew. Choo choo. Phenomenal. Can I say I think it's really cool about the one of the cool things about the red mage is you've got the sword, but then when you go to cast like a spell or whatever, you flip it over and hold it like a staff.
Yeah, you connect the two pieces together. Yeah. Talking to Flahaman. Feels good to be home again. I think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we've shared so much. Everyone. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. See who's around. But Martia's new.
Yep.
It's a person with like plant on his back, like an actual like mandrake person, talking to Mahatia.
Oh, that's a creepy staff.
Who are you? Why are you creeping, young lady?
Who?
Go over to where Mahatia and the other guy are.
Oh.
Yeah. Creepy little Makote girl.
Hate to break it to you, but he's not allowed.
Got another super cute Balafel hanging out, mage here at the round table. Femi. Argamus. Broomweeder. Those are new names.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Listen here, white-haired man. Throw the ring in the fucking volcano.
To quote Don Marshall, Yeet Isildur!
And over here we've got the gods.
Yep.
Oh my god, Ochre Boulder is here. Hello, Aenor. That Hoary Boulder's brother.
Could be.
Huzzah, he is returned. Together my brother and I shall serve the Scions till the break of an 8th dawn. Okay.
Fuck yeah. Hoary Boulder has a brother.
Double bowl action.
Clemens, we understand why you're crying. It's fine.
Why is Clemens crying?
I was going to say she's crying because Clive's hot sister.
Oh, right, yeah.
But first Ochre, now Hoary. A passing fancy I could suffer. But this, she's hopeless. Utterly hopeless.
Oh, he's talking about Aenor. Okay. Because Aenor's like, oh my, decisions.
I kind of want...
Nice to see this place coming alive.
Isildur. I heard it all from Alian. So where is she? If I'm to greet the songstress of Ul'dah, I'll do so on my feet. You have a drinking and a gambling problem, sir. This is why we don't entrust any rings to you. No rings!
Comrades betrayed us and Fiddle was lost how Yeah, Alian. Do we have to talk to all of these people?
No, just the ones with the symbols over their heads.
Oh no, that's what I meant.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to start with Coulternay. And work my way back to... Glad though I am to be home, I cannot but think of those who have yet to return. Once we've settled in, I will join the search.
Hoary Boulder! I'll drop something.
Holy Boulder is necking a bottle of wine in one hand.
Ochre! What in the Seven Hills drove my little brother to come to Mordona?
Can you do that again?
Ochre!
I'm not an ogre! Why you, brother? You and the Scions? You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days... Oh, no, I'm not doing a Scottish. Sid already kills my fucking voice. What? Why you, brother? You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, that I might grow as strong as you, but I might fight alongside you. And yet, now that you're here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You have trained with the Hannish, have you not?
Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves, and drunk deep the souls of mine enemies.
Homie. What, my homie? Secrete oneself in a ship's hold to secure passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Well, oh, that's Isildur.
Why, wait, my friend. Come, there is no need to be shy.
Pray grant me a moment longer at least. I'm happy to oblige you. My legs are rather less accommodating. I feel like this next bloke should be voiced by Jeffrey Combs.
Artemis.
And put in some form of home for rogue artificial intelligences. It's a Lower Decks reference. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with Star Wars companions brings a it's a bloody tear to the eye.
Bloomwhite, I worry that argument is getting a bit carried away, but I suppose I can overlook it on this occasion. I never saw what Alphino and Tartaru had to say.
I mean, neither.
Alphino says, and there they are at last, thank the 12. Tartaru says, nothing like a homecoming to lift everyone's spirits. Thanks for bringing them back.
I'm fairly sure they can pull themselves back, but... let's talk to Flaharman, shall we?
Indeed.
And again, Femi, fills my heart with joy. See you both hale and healthy. What of Higiri?
She is well enough, though abroad on a mission at the present.
It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady.
Tartaru!
Talking.
It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalimo, every last one. And then when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Do I want a cookie or fish?
Nom 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 nom.
I'm gonna take fish.
I took the cookie. Let's keep this party rolling, shall we?
Indeed.
Word of the mother.
Word to your mother.
Or to your mother. Ice, ice, baby.
Came to drop bombs.
Alphino is eager to return to the search in Minfilia.
Tancred and Kral contacted us a short while ago. It seemed that their foray into Castra Meridinium bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them and Y'shtola.
Or isn't true, Alphino. Bores meat.
That's a wild boar.
This is a wild pig. That is a wild boar. I shouldn't be finding this so funny.
Reminds tangent about work today. We were talking and one of my co-workers asked why I never put the crumb on top of our Dutch style apple pie at work. And my boss says it's because Jordan's body temperature is too high. It messes up the crumble when he goes to put it on. It's just that he's too hot, and I'm sitting and washing dishes, and I go, hot damn, call the police and the fireman. And we all, and it, I did that right when like the exterminator was coming through doing his monthly routine, and everyone just stopped. They asked that we want rendezvous with them in Ishtola in Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking of to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter.
To Idleshire.
I'll meet you out in the barn. I'll get the teleport there.
Word of the mother.
Alright. Teleporting to Idleshire.
Indeed.
Speaking to Crow. My apologies. I see that I am the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us?
As we postulated, there was indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether seen as the ultimate weapon's destruction, a ripple at odds with the presiding pattern. The faint waveform bore strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the island farm. I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the blessing of light.
To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Sildi aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect from a more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn, there is no other explanation.
There's more. I studied the site where Ishtola used to flow. It appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected. Yet unlike Ishtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that when communicating with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. Third being was caught in Ishtola's flow and vanished without a trace. 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon consciousness of gifted individuals to her side.
You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her, body and soul, unto the ethereal sea? in which case we must needs to continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. I speak of the Antitower, a Charlian construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we only need to ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Antitower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again.
Awfully convenient that she's known exactly everything we need to know.
Who, Ashtola or Matoya? Or both?
Toya. And or both.
Whoa. Dargan! Rah. 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 Rawr. Rawr.
Arizia wants the Divinity Tower. I'll tell you this. I feel better side saddling in this outfit.
Yeah?
Yeah. The short the short skirt and thigh high boots wasn't great for side saddling.
Tororogo, Sarorogo. You. Buy my junk.
You, Master Matoya, talk to me.
Talking to Master Matoya.
Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time?
Ah, though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Antitower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the ethereal sea.
Who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have run the place of now. There is no deterrent to you, but then by all means.
Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian.
Well, hardly. Form foisted the title upon me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Antitower was sealed, save one. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Form's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? You will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to my fine Nymphilia. See about that. You, Baldesian girl, you're staying here with me. I need your help to restore the walls to their original state. Rest of you can go, on the condition clean up the mess in the tower. you encounter any unruly familiars, you're to tend to them. Those are my terms, and I'll hear no argument.
Well, it appears the mistress has spoken. Lead the way. I like how the warded entrance is just a door that says no entry.
A wooden door.
Keep the fuck out.
All right.
Being with a tank and a healer should be an instant queue, so...
Yep. Alright, queue us up, I guess.
Yeah. Anti-tower.
First time in here.
All right.
Just a tanking stance reminder, friend.
Oh, yep, thank you. Haven't needed it yet tonight.
Ooh, time stones. I need a new outlet for time stones. I just realised.
Yep. Oh god. Ooh, double red mage.
Yeah.
Does mean we don't have a movement steroid, though.
That's true.
This dungeon feels like a cheat, honestly.
Oh.
Because it's just like a series of random platforms in the air.
Also notice how we're upside down.
Yeah, that too. How am I supposed to get unfrogged? How do I get unfrogged?
Time?
Okay. That feels like a fantastic mechanic.
Travel down the
The
upstaircase.
up staircase.
Oh, I'll take a Dravanian bracelet offending, thank you. don't trust it. Ziggy.
Where's Al?
I don't know where Al is, but I found the Stardust.
Yeah.
Oh, we just got
behind a rock, Jordan.
got it.
Now we're on the roof. tower is very pretty.
It is. Now that we're here, I'm remembering. I liked this third stage a lot more than any of the other ones.
Yeah, that first stage was super weird. The second one was kind of interesting, but this is dull.
It's the aesthetic of being inside the tower on the ceiling, but then also the mobs in here.
Yeah.
All right. I just don't remember the boss.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Another round of centaurs, I think.
Do. It's very, very nice. Oh, it's the dolls from Final Fantasy IV. Do they do the merging thing in this one as well?
They do. I just don't remember what the mechanics are, except for that. Well, there's one mechanic. We're confused.
Stop fucking hitting me.
Alright, here comes the dolls again. Oh, it's me.
She turned as I was doing the limit break. Couldn't be. That confusion mechanic is some bullshit because there's no choreograph for it.
Yeah, I can't tell when she's kicking it off.
Or what direction she's going to do it in. She just turns and does it. Where have you three fucks been?
Player commendation.
Yeah. There's something seriously wrong. Everything's taking fucking forever. They could have done some really trippy stuff with us having to bounce from like the floor to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly got an info dump, that's for sure.
Yeah, we did.
Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
What light? She's still on
She threw herself in the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own. Must you be so ungentle?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Tell me about the sun.
Science of the seventh dawn made Fuelia your salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, you might cry on Ascian, Guardian, or any other. Take up arms in my defense. But all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
I'm gonna need you to give me your hat, Latoya.
Chasing after you seem to rust win a war. You must be willing to do whatever it takes to fight, kill, and necessary.
What was that?
My phone giving me an alert.
Uh,
Path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open. I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly.
all right. Expo dump over.
Come.
Oh wait, you're still in the car scene.
All right, I'm out.
All right, so we had quite a bit of an info dump there. Let me see if I'm understanding this right. Okay.
All right.
So it started with Hydaelyn and this Zodiac character, Light and Dark, right?
Uh-huh.
And they were living together. Then something happened and Hydaelyn banished Zodiac away. Right?
Yes.
Okay. When that happened, an event happened that caused 13 versions of Eorzea to exist.
Yes.
And Zodiac is looking to be put back together by the Ascians.
Yes. So basically, the event that happened between Hydaelyn and Zodiac sundered them both
Oh, okay.
into 13 reflections.
Mm.
And
Okay.
every
That makes more sense.
yeah, and every calamity is Zodiac coming back together.
So there's been 6 calamities.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
So that means
7.
no, because we're in the 7th era now.
I'm trying to
Unless
remember.
you count
I'm trying to remember if
Liverpool.
the initial event that starts off Final Fantasy XIV is the 7th calamity.
No, because we're in the 7th Astral era now, right?
Right. And
Which means
Umbra-
that would have been the 6th calamity.
I think the
Or does that mean that? No, because that would mean that Ultima Weapon was the 6th calamity. Because we're in the Astral era now. That
Well-
means the era we were in before was the 6th Umbral.
right? No, 7th Umbral. It goes Umbral then Astral.
Alright, so then we don't. So then. There's been 6 calamities. Because it goes Umbral, Astral Calamity, Umbral, Astral Calamity, right?
Yes.
So there's been 6 calamities. So otherwise, and the one that is coming is the 7th. Is how it feels to me.
I think so. This wiki I'm
Anyway,
reading.
the point being,
Point being.
on 7 of these shards, or whatever it is, Zodiac has reunited himself. 6 of these shards, Zodiac has reunited himself,
Mm-hmm.
leaving 7 more, because 6 and 7 make 13, right?
Right.
So whoever So it basically comes down to we need to do the reverse sweep to win, basically, for light. We need to get the other 7 Hydralins together to win, is kind of what I'm reading out of this.
Yes.
And that there is this one specific realm called the Source. It was the only one that was named.
Yep. Which I believe is where we are now.
Okay, so we are on Source.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. And they're trying to break down the barriers around Source so that Zodiac can arrive, basically.
Yes.
And we are at risk of cliche, the planet's only hope.
Yes.
Right, cool, got it. Question.
Mm-hmm.
We know that there are basically 13 leaders of the Ascians. Right?
Right.
Is it 1 per shard? Because 13 pops up a lot.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because it's sort of the exposition about why 13 comes up in an Endwalker.
Alright. Then we'll find out when we get there. Alright, that was just a major info dump, and I wanted to make sure I had it all straight, so... Should we talk to Awful Nerd?
Indeed.
For him now.
She's not coming back, is she? What now?
Say what? No, she did what she did best.
I know that, I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss.
Oh. Talking Awful Nerd again. This war of ours, Awful Nerd has reached a decision. Accept.
I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flaham.
Absolutely fucking not. That is the worst way to handle this.
Yep. I will brief Tartaru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have insight as to what the word told us. As for you, after all you have done, I would say you've earned a rest. We still have a fucking dragon to fight. But speaking of well-earned rewards, I received a missive from Sir Emmerich while you were away. 'Twould seem he is planning a ceremony of some sort and would like you to attend.
Speaking of fucking dragons.
Hey. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Mayhap you would pay him a visit.
Yeah, let's go to Ishgard. Meet you outside and I'll set up the teleport.
Right.
party this man?
Oh,
Why
because
are we a crossbow party?
Orisa was on a different shard when they
okay.
joined our party.
Right, setting up the teleport.
Oh.
I'm not going to lie to you. Oh my god, there's a person here called Tico Suave.
Tico Suave.
Tico Suave. Yeah, I'm gonna do some reading after this stream to make sure I'm getting all that source shit right. Because I feel that might be really important to know moving forward.
Let me in.
Get out of my way, nerd. I'm gonna talk to the man in charge.
Lord Commander left instructions that you were to be shown inside.
Pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you
This
received
is the fight, isn't it? Grand melee or whatever.
when the true brothers of the faith cease their trouble behold. Yet in adversity will we bless with the promise of peace between man and dragon, fulfilled
Falcon's Nest.
Indeed.
Not me.
Speaking to Lucia.
I'm in. Commander said you'd come by, did he? As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. Conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. Mason's Labor Day and night to see it finish on schedule. Sir Aymeric wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he'll be pleased with the result. It's not my war, but I made it mine. See it draw to a close, draw closer to a resolution, fills me with strange hope. Its faith is infectious, isn't it? Certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. Must be tired from your journey. Go, rest, I will not keep you. Talking to Lucia.
Zaboomafu Zufu.
Staunch conviction. Lucia is concerned that you seem to be looking for something to do. Am I? I don't seem to be looking for something to do. If you'd rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend the ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Amalianen. Graciously volunteer their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you'd excuse me, I must need return to my duties. Second. All right.
Redwald.
Oh, Redwald. If it was me. I'm glad to see the rumours were true. Well met, adventurers. Fear not. I've no intention of begging for your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering, sir, is one of the convicted might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, the Dauphin may pass directly over their encampment. Last thing we need is glory-seeking noble attending the stage of Vanian ambassadors of a peace conference. nameless person that's either going to be in lots of trouble or dead before this quest is out. Tell me I'm wrong.
Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age?
I'm right fucking here!
Eddie's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, change things. And he'll do it, by the Fury. Me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. Wroth.
Sorry, Eddie. Peace with the dragon. All them heretics besides. I misunderstand. The healthy fear of being bathed in dragonfire. Having said, heretics did far more to hinder our effort here in the past. So hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes as a great relief. That's the way to look at it, mate. And always have a healthy fear of dragonfire.
Indeed.
And as always, kill Hitler.
For those of you who are Danger 5 fans.
Alright, Artoriel.
Yeah. Were you Artoriel?
I think I was the kids. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I wouldn't have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Ha! And here I am, laboring to make it so.
Lord Artoriel, if I may.
Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service?
Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanians bound without.
Fury take me. They would defy Sir Emmerich's commands. If they dare attack Vidofnir.
She'll fucking kill them.
Yep.
I'm not confident. But to see that it doesn't, Bosnians hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us, were a Lord of House Forton present.
I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Amalian while I am away? As you know, he has ever been an impulsive, changeable child, but recently he seems to be suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask for you is to keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though it may be.
I could pin that boy in one place by flirting with him.
Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long.
Melanian is less than usual effort itself.
I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl. Guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artoriel thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication.
Oh.
But since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guest to be devoured by wolves. Oh no! Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not cull the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. There, those are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come, Honorroy, I must return to my rounds. Oh dear, do be careful, miladies.
Can we not just say no? Like, I feel like we've been strung up here.
Mm-hmm. We should be the ones going and talking to the convictors. Drop on them with Midgard Sormer. Hurrah!
Well, I meant more like they've told us we're leaving and we don't get an option to go to say, no, I'm staying with you to keep you out of trouble, you fucking idiot. Basically.
Standing watch.
What's the over-under on Amalia and having got into trouble while we were gone?
Oh, it's definitely over. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you. You know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was asking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Motherfucker. I hate you.
So the place you dispatched them to was the camp?
Oh, this is the one that was overrun and abandoned or some jazz like that.
Hopeful heretic.
Alright,
Anyway,
then.
become in peace. Lady Iceheart told us tales of the Dauphin. She would trust in the Sarean Rick, and we too, it has to say.
wolves caught us unawares. From off this man would surely have died. Good job, Thancred. Talking to him now.
Fancy meeting you here. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest.
Great quest, design this.
And see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us.
Go to place, talk to person. Go back to place you. Like, it wouldn't have been too bad if we'd had to kill some fucking wolves.
While we
Right.
were here.
Yeah. We would have actually had to have done something.
I maintain, the MSQ in this game can use more bare-ass quest.
Yeah. Or even just help Thancred kill these wolves.
And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, you have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is naught left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite.
Alright. 6:14. I think we should call it here, do you not?
I do.
Alright, let me see if I have a raid target. You set up.
Alright. So, thank you all for coming out and checking us out today. Today. Best way to know when we go live is to follow us here on Twitch, but Twitch do be twitching, so please make sure you follow us on any of the 4 major microblogging platforms. On X, we are 321 Podcast. On Blue Sky, we are 321tv.bsky.social. On Threads, we are 321_tv.live. And on Mastodon.social, on the Mastodon.social server, we are at 321_TV. Check out the excellent swag over on the merch store, 321-tv-shop.fourthwall.com. Cups, stickers, the like, when playmats. Soon I'll be putting up more stuff with our logo for you to rock and rep the purple and gold. Bob, do we have Jan Target?
I don't personally have anyone in mind yet. Maybe we can find someone that's just out there playing Final Fantasy. Right now. Take a look. Because every time I click on booking anything, it takes 20 minutes to load. I think I need to restart my computer.
Well, here's one that popped up right at the top of the page. Tyranny.
Roger's friend. Finray?
Yeah. Whose friend?
Dodger. Dex bonus.
Oh, yep. playing with Dex bonus. So they're playing a little Final Fantasy 14 right now. So we'll go ahead and let you raid. We'll raid them, sending you off on this raid as we always do. With the words of the 16th president of these here United States, Abraham Lincoln. And that's guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all of those beyond that spectrum. Please, do be excellent to each other. And party on, non-gender specific honorifics. And we will see you
Next time.
peace.
The trap.